Yay!
Well, hello, everybody. It's Dr. Hank and it's Teresa Price, and we're with Agent Wealth Success. And we are so excited to bring you really this magical time. Now, this is session 2 for new real estate agents. And we're going to be doing about 4 or 5 sessions, as many as it takes, in order for you just starting out or really even experienced agents. This information is incredible. Teresa is one of the top agents in America. She had taught hundreds, thousands of agents on how to become successful. And she's wildly successful. She just told me the other day that she couldn't count all her money. And so but it's because of her service. And so I want to just review first, before we get into this exciting session, that I want to review what we talked about in session 1, because it's really priceless on what happened in session 1. And so we talked about how you build a list with people that you know. Even if you're moving to a brand new place. I just had an agent contact me last uh, 2 days ago and asked me and said, "Hey, I just moved, and what do I do?" And so there are ways, people that your neighbors, your brand new neighbors, whatever. So there are plenty of people. And then we taught you not only on how to build your list. We don't care if you have just 5 people right now. You just start doing it, and you'll see the magic will happen. And then we shared with you how to contact that list. And we shared with you the 3 types of frequency of communication, to types of communication, and the frequency of communication. We discussed how to have a conversation with these people, with people you know, people you just met, whatever, that are on your list. And remember, a part of that could be like mortgage people, lenders, people that, because they want to do business with you. It doesn't matter if you're new or not. But it's that magical statement that Teresa shared with us. And it's, what's going on in your life this week, and how can I help you? And it's this idea about how can I help you? It's not about real estate. It's about one human being to another human being. It's just superb. And then we talked about how to be a genie to your list. And I love that genie. And it's kind of like, you just shine your heart. And yeah, you shine your heart. And the beauty is that you have the ability to have more than 3 wishes, like the genie. Okay. You have many, many, infinite number of wishes. And you'll see that your business will grow, your service, your relationships, everything. And then how to bring up real estate without being salesy. So we shared with you how to be able to do that, and I bring up real estate, and it's some knowledge like hot off the press, that this just came out today, that Fannie Mae was going to, for refis, increase it by a half a point. Well, and just arbitrarily, not in the interest rate, just charge you an extra half a point, which would cost you on average about $1,400. Well, that's going to be extended till December. So because of that, again, just announced literally minutes ago. So because of that, that's what you can right now talk to them about. And if you go to our mastermind meeting on Tuesdays, we give you all the updated information, so you'll be able to have and suddenly just bring up, oh, did you know about whatever with real estate, and be able to really get into that. And then how to build a daily schedule, and to stay on track. And we may review some of these points, in fact, today, because, again, Teresa's a master at managing her time and making sure that she continues to follow up and hit that frequency with and connect with her people. And then, importantly, how to use social media, especially LinkedIn
Yeah.
and YouTube. And all about the YouTube. And again, we'll probably get into more depth about all of these topics. And then we had a special bonus last time, and that's the special way you can interact with business owners using your phone and video. And so that takes you, like, just to remember that, oh, wow, all that stuff was in there. You probably need to watch session 1 probably 6 times. And as I'm a mental scientist, I know that it'll take some time to do it. So with that, Teresa, what comes to mind now? So I'm a brand new agent. I kind of understand my list here, and you told me a bunch of stuff to do, and so how in this second session, how can you direct our new agents, and really again even experienced agents, on how to really be successful and build their real estate business?
So thank you for asking that question, because it's really enchanting to become a new agent. And there's so many different things that so many different people are offering. And so you want to feel strong and stimulated by all the learning. And I think that focus would be the best advice that I can give. And what I mean by focus is that I was taught by Ebby Halliday, we talked about this last time,
Right.
to choose your focus. So I came up with a little model, 3+3. And so when you're a brand new agent, to choose 3 things that you're focused on, and then to evaluate at 90 days. Because one of the beautiful things about becoming a new agent and owning your own real estate business is that you are the creator, and you be in consistent mode of creating and changing things, and as you learn, and just to be very patient with yourself during the course. So back to the focus, if you choose the 3 things that you're focusing on to make the connections with the people that you will have the relationships with for many years to come. And I think that when I met you, Dr. Hank, that, I had chosen my 3, and you had given me the advice during Thanksgiving that to reach out to people and to let them know that I was thinking about them, and that how important and how much they matter to me. And from that one act, so that would be your first focus, is to reach out to everybody that you know or really have ever known, haven't been in touch with for a while, and pick a number and put, I think at that point that going into your CRM, which is probably fresh and brand new if you're a new agent, and to put their names, their phone numbers, their addresses, and put them under a category. Say you use sphere of influence, SOI, hashtag SOI.
So that CRM is customer relations management, for those that don't know. And we have a CRM for you. And so we have what's considered one of the best whatever CRMs. It has artificial intelligence. So when you get the lead, that it will instantly recognize if it's a buyer or a seller. And on your behalf, it will instantly send a text and an email on your behalf. It looks like it's just from you. So you're not tied to your phone with this. And then this idea about, like, at Thanksgiving on the way, Teresa, and so it doesn't matter what time of year it is right now. Labor Day is coming up, so just reach out to people with Labor Day, and to write them a note is typically the best. But Teresa, what kind of business did you generate just by sending out? How many did you send out each day or whatever, and then what kind of business did you get from that?
I sent out 60. That was my goal, my focus. And I actually followed up. There were a couple of people that called me, one of which was a client from 16 years back. Said, "Oh my gosh, it's so great to hear from you. We need your help. We need to sell our home." And we did. We sold it for $525,000.
The guy is writing notes, just 60 short little notes, okay?
And, it's such a domino effect from that relationship. There was another referral. They had sent out a testimonial to their HOA neighbors. And so, that was a neighborhood where I had a new identity.
Yeah.
So everything that you do is going to be like domino effect. So back to the CRM, I think that my best advice is, so your number one focus is to reach out to these folks. But when you go into KB Core, that you might be tempted to take it a step further than you really need to.
Okay.
So for me, it was their names, their phone numbers, their addresses, and to put a note in there of what I sent and to schedule the next contact.
Wow.
So when I did that, I had scheduled the next contact, which was a follow-up to reaching out to them. And then from that, there were 3 people that said, oh, yes, I did. I got your card. I said, well, I really just wanted to hear your voice and, learn more about what's going on in your life. And of course, these are people that care about you. And they are happy to hear from you because it's your sphere of influence. So from that, there were more listings and more buyers. And so then I went into the CRM and I put the notes in from that contact. And then I scheduled another contact for the following week. So it went from note to phone call to an email, or to add them to my social media, Facebook, and friend them. And so the initial contact went like I had something every week for 4 weeks, if it was appropriate. Because I think that a lot of people, I think that contacting them too soon or too often might not be the best idea. But once you get into that flow, and of course I was working 60 people, and it really was the base for all of the business that I've done this year.
Gosh darn. So this is really incredible. And so can you just give an idea of about like how much business that, you've done this year, or, whatever, how does that look so people understand?
I believe right now I'm at 3 million or more.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny that when you ask me, how many homes have you sold or how much business have you done?
Yeah.
Because I so don't focus on that.
Yeah, right.
It's like, for me, it's like, okay, who can I help today?
Yeah.
Who do I want to be on this journey with me?
Yeah.
Who do I care about? Who can I help today? And I will say that because of my focus, I think that there's a vibration that comes with that for folks. And certainly we are all in this business and creating our own real estate business to make money. But the money has flowed into my account miraculously.
You told me you couldn't even count it all, the other day, that it's coming in all different directions, and the power of this on that it's just 60 people. And so, and again, if you just have 10 people, you're still going to do lots of business by doing this. And just a word on KB Core is the name of the CRM system that we have. And then I loved and really guys, I mean, I have notes all over my page here that I'm writing notes, but one of the things too you shared is about connecting with them on social media.
Yes.
Because people are watching social media all the time. And for you to connect with them, what we talked about last time is being on top of, not just top of mind, but also top of heart. and this idea about being on top of heart with people. And so how do you do that so you don't have to always, be contacting them, if you will? You can just be sharing things on, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but, sharing things about your life, what you're doing, about the real estate updates, the opportunities, the new home builders, all the different things that are there to do it. And then I also loved on that you shared. What you did is you sent them a note first, and so a handwritten note. And again, you'd have to probably call a lot of these people and just say, hey, thought of you. You were, I care about you. That wanted to see how everybody's doing with all these changes in the world, and then just say, hey, I'd like to send you something, and can I have your address? And so that connection is really cool. Then what you were saying is you send that note, and then you follow up with a call. And on that follow-up call, you can tell whether or not, it's like they're happy to hear from you, or you're bothersome, you're bothered to hear from. So you can kind of gauge that and remember, people have bad days, and they're not going to always answer the phone, or they're going to forget to call you back or whatever. And so always give people a break. Don't think, oh, they don't like me. Don't write them off. That people have stuff going on. And I had an agent down in Florida who just was so excited about all of this, that we're doing this new agent program. And she's an experienced agent, but she saw the first one, was so excited about all the things, that we do, that we offer, and exclusive lead programs and training, and just all these blessings that we bestow on agents. And all of a sudden, about 3 weeks ago, she disappeared. I mean, I would text her, I would call her, and nothing from her. So what I did is I just went, hey, I'm going to pray for her, and I'm going to just pray for her, and so I assume, hey, that there's something going on, and she'll be back to me. It's not about me; it's about something that happened with her. Well, about 2 days ago, she sent me a text with a picture of her totaled car. Her car was totaled. She broke 3 ribs. Her children were in the car too. They were hospitalized. All of them were hospitalized. There was another cousin in there. And she just has now recovered enough. And when she sent a text to me, she sent that picture, and she goes, Dr. Hank, I just love you. I just thank you so much. And it's because I have prayer for her. I just prayed for her well-being. I sent her my love and well-being, and for health, wealth, and success. In fact, that's my new book that's out now, and just came out, and will be available here in a couple of weeks, whatever. But health, wealth, and success, and that's what I sent her, and she could feel that vibe, because she came back to me and just, oh, I just love you, Dr. Hank, and hey, I'm ready. And so now she's under our umbrella, and everything is fine. So let's give people a break in all this, and just love people, and that's what you're all about, Teresa. So there you go. In the fourth point. So here's how I wrote it down: send out 60 notes. And again, hey, just thinking about you. If they don't know you're a real estate agent, don't put down, hey, if you got any referrals, but say, hey, and just something about, hey, and by the way, the real estate industry is booming right now. Just a nice little thing so they know you're in real estate, or remind them that you're in real estate. Then you do follow up, and that's typically with a call. So that's point 2. Then you update your CRM all the time. You're updating your CRM. Again, it's called KB Core, the best real estate CRM that we know of, and it can do marketing for you too, which we're not going to necessarily get into today. But then you do a phone. You send that out. You do a follow up. Number 3 is follow up with a phone call, and then you add them to your social media. And again, you can kind of do that whenever, but once you connect with them and you've talked to them, whatever, connect with them on that. And then it's typically once every 4 weeks. And then what you do is point 4 was you ask, who do I care about? And what a beautiful, beautiful question. Who do I care about? And folks, you can see just how intimate this is. This isn't, hey, I'm going to go out and make 100 cold calls every day. None of that. It's just who you think about. And when you're talking about who you think about, don't be concerned about if they can help you in business, if they're out of state or whatever. In fact, under our umbrella, you can do business anywhere in the United States and make money on it. And again, you'll see how you can do that. And that's for another day. You can go to Doc Hanks, that's DOCHANK webinar.com, and you can see on how this all plays out for you and is able to do it. So where are we then? And then what do you kind of do, or where are we, Teresa?
I'd like to add some detail to that process.
Excellent.
And I always end my notes with letting them know somehow, some way that I will be in touch with them so that they're expecting my phone call. I will be in touch with you very soon and look forward to talking to you.
That's beautiful. That's true.
And so when I call them, they're expecting my call. And then the second thing is that, let's see, second thing was the phone call.
I will be in touch with you very soon. Was there something after that?
I will be in touch with you. Oh, I forgot what I said now. I will be in touch with you very soon.
And I look forward to speaking with you.
And I look forward to speaking with you.
Okay. And I look forward.
I look forward to talking to you, or I look forward to, now you caught me off guard. Let's see, sorry.
I was writing it real fast and I know it just flows. And I'll tell you, the best people in the world that are good at this, it just flows, or good at anything. I've noticed that it just flows. And then when you say, hey, can you back up? They go, well, I'm out of my flow now. And so, I don't know if it just flows like that. But the point there, the magical set is basically, I'll be in touch with you very soon. I look forward to, speaking with you that again, or whatever, if you already spoke to them. But the point there is to manage their expectations. And so that's a good one. And in this case, it's that you're going to be back to them.
And then the same thing on the phone call, but it goes to, it's been so great to catch up with you. And that, once you've asked them what's going on in their life that you can help with, they may say, they're going to give you an assignment, because everybody wants to be loved, paid attention to, referred people that they need to be in touch with. And it really launches from there. But I always end the phone call with, may I follow up with you on Friday? May I follow up with you the following week? May I follow up with you? It might just be that you're doing something for them. And you say, you know what? I'm going to follow up with you on Friday and make sure Brett Carmen called you. That'd be okay with you.
He's our loan officer. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you're always leaving the conversation with setting the expectation of the next contact. Mm-hmm. And it's not as robotic as it sounds, because it really just happens. But the way you've taught me in mindset, the way that the human mind works is that if people have an expectation that they're going to hear from you, then it becomes a very positive thing.
Yeah.
And so another thing I wanted to add on the third contact, on the second phone call, you might ask, may I friend you on my Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn? Now, depending on the relationship, I'm going to talk here in a moment about the most success that I've had and what I did to get it per social media. Mm-hmm. So then the third thing you would do, second or third thing, depending on the timing, is that you would go in and friend that person.
Yeah.
and make sure that they're on all of your main social media sites.
Mm.
And so now that's another contact because they're going to get a note that says you're invited.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So where it goes from there, and this is a very critical point, is that social media is very fast paced. And I think the most success that I've had with it is to go to social media and actually reach out to them personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also if you share.
Like Messenger, you mean?
Yes.
Like Messenger, yeah. Because, and just so we all understand what has happened, Facebook, it used to be when you sent out a post, it was going to a lot of people and was really great. They keep on dwindling this down to the number of people that it's actually shared with. And the reason why they're doing that, it's all a business thing, is they want you to boost it, which costs money. And so now, not too much money, so you can boost some of your things, especially if you're doing like Teresa will do a great video and then she'll boost that. We boosted session 1 on this, went over 5,000 people watch it. And so boosting is very effective, and it's cost effective. It's not very expensive. But don't think that because you friended them that when you send a post, they're seeing that. Odds are they are not seeing that. So this idea about personally contacting them, and you can do it all on the social media. You can do, Messenger, and on LinkedIn you can send a message. And so you want to think about how connecting with them on that, and they'll be notified on that. Back to you.
So liking people's pages and reposting their messages is a huge compliment.
Mm-hmm.
It is such a feel-good compliment. I know, Dr. Hank, when you do it for me, I feel like I really matter to you, and what I'm saying is important.
Yeah.
You do that for the other folks. Secondly, here's what the messages sound like. So Joe has connected with me, and he is, let's just say, my CPA.
Yeah.
And I might come back and say, because of the conversation, remember we've connected.
Yeah.
Started having a relationship. It's immediate. The relationship is immediate, and it just grows from there. Mm-hmm. So I might say, "Hi, Joe. How has your week been? Question mark. How is Milo doing? Question mark. You have been in my prayers for his healing and whatever I'm saying, because in the last conversation, he told me that his little dog wasn't doing very well. So I'm not talking about real estate. I'm not talking about selling a home. And so here's another example. I really appreciate you reaching out to me, Teresa, but I'm not in the market to buy a home. Mm-hmm. I completely understand. I would be honored when the time comes for you to remember me. In the meantime, there are so many other things I do, and I am here for you if you ever need the following.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I might say, annual evaluation on your home to decide if you need updates, light construction projects to increase the value of your home. You could come up with a list of things. But every single one of these streams of relationships have a DNA, and you are going to know exactly what to say. You are going to know exactly what to do next. But the focus is that at least you have a plan and you have a foundation. Mm-hmm. And if you're doing this, by the way, with 60 people, you're going to get really good at it really fast with your genuine heart. And there's going to come a time where it's appropriate to say, hey, Joe, how has your week been? I need your help. Mm-hmm. Anybody that I can talk to that may benefit from having a relationship with me.
And I'm going to change that just a little instead of do you have, it's who do you know?
Yes, that's a
And
good.
and I just like that, and
Yeah.
it's just tweaking because it kind of gives the subconscious mind an out, if you will, if I say, hey, do you know anybody? And no, I don't, and that's the end of the conversation. But when you do the assumptive, who do you know that is looking to, and then what is the rest of that statement, to buy or sell their home? Is that what you typically do?
I'm not specific because, I often say when someone says to me, so you sell homes for a living? No, I help people. I'm blessed with a license where I can help with sales and sales and purchases. However, there's so many other things that I do that are of great value to the people that I know.
That's awesome. So, who do you know that I can help? And then, and so I think that would be the magical statement. Then, who do you know that I could help? So we had originally talked about in session one where you're just going to that individual and say, hey, how's your week been? And how what are you focusing on, and where do you need help? And this idea to help them understand that it just isn't real estate, that you can help in a lot of different ways. So you could help refinance their home, for example, that you could help give them a CPA, because you mentioned a CPA, so you could help with these different resources and connections. And so most of us, and really all of us, you're connected, more connected than to a lot of different resources. And you maybe want to even list that, like business partners, friends, that have resources for you. And there's a whole nother world on that, and where you can actually interview those resources, a CPA or whatever, on video, and put that up and promote their business. And then they love you, and then their employees they refer to. So you're really now getting to where we connect, and we really have this good relationship. And then at the time comes where we say, hey, how's your week been? And who do you know that I could help? I have a lot of different resources, connections, and who do you know that I could help? And so that's awesome. I love that.
So there's a couple of other fillers that are quite effective.
Okay.
Find out initially when their birthday is. And when their birthday comes, send them like a very short video. And just recently, I would do a video and sing to them, and it's very funny. And so not only do they get a good laugh, but they feel very important. And recognizing somebody's birthday is one of my claims to fame.
Yeah.
Find out when their birthday is, when their spouse's birthday is. And then another filler is, remember Joe's little dog wasn't feeling very good. It was home healing from the vet. You go up to PetSmart and you get a little $5 bag of doggy bones and you put it in the mail for him.
Wow, that's great.
So whatever's going on there's always a gift attached to what's going on in somebody's life.
That's beautiful. One of the things, and you send a video, and I love that, and it'll get all of us more into videos. I always sing happy birthday on people's birthdays. And so I call them, and most people that through the years, whether it be my brothers, whatever, that they actually purposely don't answer the phone so they can have it on recording and they can listen to it and share with other people and everything. And so it kind of becomes a fun activity for them during the day to, hey, look at, that Dr. Hank, send this saying me, happy birthday. And so that's just a great touch. It's just this personal thing. And now maybe some of the agents are saying, hey, this real estate is really tough. And by the way, don't say that, because if you say that's your prayer and that it'll be tough. And then you might say, oh, but the sales cycle takes 90 days. And that doesn't have to be the case either, that you can have a cash deal that could close in, less than 30 days, 2 weeks, whatever. Can you share with me on, when we talked and you initially came under my umbrella and I said, hey, just send out some notes for Thanksgiving. Then, do you recall, when did you have your first closing? And again, understand that Teresa has made over $100,000 in about 6 months, just because of doing this with these 60 people. Okay, so so you have to look at, wow, in 6 months, this is what I can do. But do you know how long it was until you actually got money in the bank, if you will?
So, so many of you will come in as a brand new agent, and which is a different scenario than I had. I'd been in this business for 19 years.
Yeah.
So, when I came on board with you, I had business that I had from my prior broker. And so some of you will come into our family and you'll have other business. But for our new folks, it's going to take a little bit of time. But
Yeah.
I believe in miracles.
Yeah.
I believe that if you ask God, that He will deliver. The Father does the work,
Yeah.
as we both believe. And so there is, I think, a mindset behind it that, again, is to set aside the money um, and focus on the people and expect those miracles when you're brand new.
Yeah.
The relationships take time, and you may have maybe a couple of people that say, you know what, I'm ready to purchase a home. And again, that's going to be about a 45-day process.
Yeah. That's great. That's
So
great.
to answer your question, I had closings in February. And then the new people that I had reached out to on the 60, it took a couple of months.
Yeah.
I think that by March, April, and May, I was doing. I had 4 to 5 closings each month.
Yeah. This is great. And then I will share also that, so again, to manage everybody's expectations, typically the sales cycle, if you will, is 90 days, but you don't have to buy into that. You don't have to do that. That we have these very exclusive lead programs, and they are all with heart. And so there's a referral program that we have, and we just got into now, Teresa has taken us from connecting with the 60 and now starting to reach out and asking, who do you know that I could help? And again, not only in real estate, but in a lot of different things. And so you just say, hey, yeah, you're connected. And, and if you aren't, if anything, under our umbrella, you have what we consider America's #1 real estate team. We got all kinds of contacts and pretty much anywhere in America. And so we can build it, just say, oh, I'll get back to you. I got a contact on that. I'll get back to you, and then get back to us. So there's a lot of comfort here on being under our umbrella, because we're here to serve you, and we believe in servant leadership, and we demonstrated, we walk the talk, if you will. And the other so we have the referral program, but then we have the first responders program, and that is just beautiful. And Teresa is responsible for really creating that into. You could go walk into any police station, fire station, really any city in the United States, and be able to be the preferred agent. And you'll see where your business will just blossom with that. And then the third one is this amazing new home builders program. And in fact, just yesterday, I was with a sales consultant from a new home builder and a large national home builder, and they want to do business with us. And what I told them is, hey, I got my new book. Why don't we do a book signing and at your development where you're doing new homes? And so there's all kinds of creative things that we can do, and you can actually use if you don't have a book, don't worry about that. You can use one of my books, and you can have just distributed. It wouldn't be a signing per se, but you can go anywhere in the United States and get that. And the builder we'll pay for the books. And so they just bought 100 books from me. And then even when I'm not there, they're going to hand out that book, the Health, Wealth, and Success one. And so we have these lead programs to include KB Core, which is on the social media where all the people, they're not in, newspapers anymore. Where they are is they're on the social media, and this will do what's called squeeze pages. The system will put you in that. And next time we'll get more into those programs so that you can know. So the good news is that you literally could do a new home program, for example, and you could have a spec home and be called up with a buyer coming in and be given that referral, and that spec home is ready to go, and you could be closing in a week. And so again, you just start asking on, hey, I'd like to close quickly here and easily a transaction. And so these lead programs will help you to be able to do that. And then what Teresa is sharing is this is going to build your business forever. Like, this is going to be fun. This is going to be having new friends and connecting with people and helping people and serving people and helping them in all kinds of different ways. And then you'll be making, a six-figure income. And again, I even we have other ways for income to where you can start making a seven-figure income. And so we have agents that are doing that have been with me for about 3 years or a little bit longer. And so we have exciting things for you. And with that on the second, for the training on the second one, do you have anything else you would like to add to that, Teresa, for our second session of New Agent Training?
Yes. Spend 60% of your time on your sphere of influence, the first focus. And the reason for that is those are the people that know and love you. Mm-hmm. Those are the people that care about you and your business. And those are the people that will become your referral sources. The second thing is that—
Can you talk a little as far as sphere of influence, what does that look like? So you said, those people, they care about you and everything, but typically, who are those people? How many of them, like out of the 60 or whatever? Can you get in a little bit more detail on that?
Well, your sphere of influence, I say the definition is anybody that you know when you pick up the phone and call them, they're happy to hear from you. It could be your auntie. It could be your best friend. It could be your could from your last job or career. It could be your barber. But when you pick up the phone and call them, they're like, "Hey, Teresa, how are you?" And so it's already very warm.
Yeah. And how many do you have? How many spheres of influence would you say that you have?
Oh, gosh, I probably have about 500.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. 500. Now, what would you, and again, you've been in the business for a long time, but you did go just into new home build and really didn't, play real estate agent, if you will. And so you just recently came back. What do you think would be a good number to sphere of influence to have a healthy business? About how many would you need?
Well, it's going to duplicate fast. Because, you might start with the 60 people. I will say that maybe some new people, let's say you just moved here from California.
Yeah.
And you don't know anybody. So that would be a really good goal for your sphere of influence to create it. Mm-hmm. So I think sticking with the 60, and as you're asking them, to introduce you to other people, then thirdly, to go out and add new people. And I think that the business to business is very effective because it's like, I will help you, you will help me, and we will have a great relationship together. So
talk about that business to business? Can you let's just in ending, let's finish up on that business to business, and because this has been a lot of great information today, as usual. That and so, how would I go about doing that? Whether I'm new or whether I have connections, how would I go about doing that?
So this would be focus number 2, besides the sphere of influence, or for people that are new to the area. Business to business looks like this. You pick up the phone and you call somebody that you need their services or their product. So let's just say you just hired a new CPA. And so you call Mr. Michaels and say, Mr. Michaels, I would like to partner with you so that we can both increase our businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And what I have to offer you is free advertising. And since you did such a great consultation for me, I feel really good about sending out an introduction that you are one of my preferred business partners.
Mm-hmm.
Talk more about your CPA business and send it out to my entire sphere of influence.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me tell you something about businesses. Number 1, they do need partners. Number 2, they do need referrals. And number 3, they do need to be advertised. And they also want to be paid attention to, just like an individual.
Yeah.
Really. So what you're doing is a handshake. You can do it on the phone, but if you're brand new to the area, it would be great to suit up and just show up to the square in McKinney, or go to one of the walk-in. I mean, some of my best business has been done through referrals from a receptionist. You walk in the office and talk to the receptionist and to ask her for her help. I had a receptionist that was for many, many years, made me the preferred agent in the business of 500 employees.
Mm-hmm.
And she would be consistent. She never purchased a home. She lived in an apartment the entire time. You know what? She was my friend, and she introduced me to the CEO, and I helped them sell their house and 2 more houses later.
Wow.
And of course, it catapulted from that. The Teresa Price was the realtor for CBS. Was it CBS Engineering?
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, so I love that. And so all of you can connect with businesses. There's your barber, hairstylist, there's your mortgage loan officer. And again, if you don't have them, we have some, whatever that, or go out and reach out to them. They're great because they only are concerned with buyers and pre-qualifying buyers. And if that buyer doesn't have an agent, they can refer you. Or if they're looking to sell their home, they don't do anything about that. And so they can give you a listing. And a listing is one of the things that we recommend you do. It's just downstream. It's easier that you don't have to run them all over town, etc. And right now it's a seller's market, which means that you can sell this quickly, and most homes right now are being sold in less than 30 days, and it's just phenomenal. And so also be focused on listings and how to do that. And one of the ways to do that is to share with them about it. And right now you can do it. You have about 5 months left now because of this brand new change that, hey, Fannie Mae isn't going to change, isn't going to charge this extra 0.5% just on top. And so interest rates are low. And so call them. And if they don't own a home, then say, oh, well, great. Renting is financially not a way to build your wealth. And I'll show you how to build your wealth by buying a home. But you can get to them because people also are selling their home. They're right sizing. They're getting out of town, if you will, and they're looking to buy in other areas. So there's all kinds of business opportunities, and every business wants, like you said, Teresa, wants to have that. And local business, especially with the way the world has been, they really need your help. So you're doing a service, and then they know other business owners, and they have business partners, and they have employees, and they have a family, and they have friends, and it just keeps on mushrooming into just the type of thriving business that you have always wanted. Well, with that, then we're out of time. Any closing statement, Teresa, before we leave?
Yeah, so I mentioned 3+3.
Yeah.
And so the third one would be something that you're extremely interested in, like maybe you want to work with first responders, but the first year of business, you are inventing yourself. So it's like, who do you want to be known as? Do you want to be known as the new construction specialist? Do you want to be known as the first responder realtor? Do you want to be known as the investment expert? So your third thing would be to reach out with that focus in mind, and then to evaluate all three of those at 90 days. And I will bet you dinner that at the end of 90 days, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, because remember on focus number 2, business to business,
Yeah.
you're putting all of those businesses into KV Core. So let's just say your goal is another 60 businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have all those businesses to be able to refer to your sphere of influence. So you see the domino effect?
Yeah, it's just fantastic.
So when you pick your third focus and it's first responders, now you go back to your sphere of influence and your business owners and say, ask them if they know any first responders, or what did you say earlier? Who do you know that is a first responder? Who do you know that is an investor?
Yeah.
Who do you know that you see how it's catapulting? And then at the end of 6 months, you reevaluate. Well, so at the end of 90 days, you look at your results.
Mm-hmm.
And don't veer away from any one of those three things.
Yeah.
It's very tempting because, again, you're in creation mode and you're excited. Mm-hmm. Don't veer away from any one of those three things. Evaluate them at 90 days. And they're going to look really good at 90 days. So then you go another 90 days. And then you evaluate all three of those at the end of 6 months.
Yeah.
Let's just say one of them isn't feeling good. Let's say you picked investors and it's not feeling good. That's when you would replace that focus, that number 3 thing. Not before. You've got to stick with it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, Teresa Price, we thank you so much for all of your just amazing expertise and your help for new agents to be able to help them become their greatest possibility and build their business and build their wealth. And that's what we do here. And so thank you so much for being in session 2. Session 3 is going to be just amazing. And we'll have that, if you're watching this live, we'll have that in 2 weeks, because next week, the Hankers is going to Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Nice.
So have some fun. So with that, for Teresa Price and myself, and Agent Wealth Success, that we wish you all the success in the world, that now you know how to be able to grow your business easily and quickly, and to have all the things, all of your dreams come true. And this is Dr. Hank, Teresa Price saying, see you later and all the best. Love you. Bye-bye.